when you look at it, or when you look back at it, price action is going to make sense regardless. In hindsight, it should be making sense. If it's not making sense in hindsight, at least, then you gotta study it. Really gotta study it because if you can't see it in hindsight and you can't name what happened when it's right in front of you already, you know what I'm saying? But that's the frustrating part about trading as well is that it's, after a certain point, it becomes pretty easy to like understand what happens or what happened in hindsight. And then, people will say, well, of course it's easy to understand what happened. No, but I mean, like, you could literally mark out everything to the T and it all makes perfect, exact sense to the tick. And it's just, it's a whole different skill to learn how to do it before it happens and learn how to predict it and learn how to just, uh, you know, detach from the specific outcome of one trade and just think about the long term picture because I mean, today's a perfect example, actually. This shit feels like forever. And this is only one day of doing this shit. We've been here for hours and we've been getting chopped around. It's been a little annoying and shit. I mean, it's hard to even think about, you know, a week ahead of time or a month ahead of time and how is my strategy going to pan out and this, that, and the other. I mean, you know, like obviously this is just a prop firm challenge. So it's not, the biggest deal in the world. And I'm taking it seriously. Obviously, I would have been blown it if I wasn't taking it seriously. There's no way I would have came back from literally almost blowing it all the way back up to above break even on it, and then all the way back down here, and then now we're going up again. And then there's no way I could even survive all those downs and ups if I wasn't taking it seriously. But it's not like it's a personal account that I just like can't blow or something like that. You know what I mean? So you get very impatient. I mean, you're doing all this work, you're not getting any rewards, and it sucks. It sucks at times, and to think about your monthly expenses divided by however many trading day or yeah, however many trading days are half of that basically, because just assume that your win rate is 50%. It's a pretty normal win rate. Some people claim much higher, some people claim a bit lower, all that kind of stuff. So depending on your RR and stuff as well, but you get the point. Okay, let's assume your win rate is 50%. So there's like 20 trading days in a month, and essentially you're going to be winning 10 of them. So, counting your losses and your wins, depending on your average RR and stuff like that, you kind of just divide up your monthly expenses and go based on that, and anything else is really just extra. But of course, people want to have, $1,000 days, $10,000 days, $100,000 days and stuff. So, um, it's all It's all give and take. I'm not saying that, you need to be constantly risking 1 or 2% for your whole life. Like, there are times where, the opportunity is too good to not bet a little bit of the farm sometimes. And that's the truth. To say, it's not like you can't get rich off trading, obviously, 1 or 2% and stuff like that, especially depending on, if you already have a decent amount of capital, then, you could definitely make a lot of money from that. But, you know, most people just don't have the luxury of such things. $100,000, and then you can easily make 5 grand a month from the 100K, pretty stress free if you have a really good strategy, really good discipline and stuff like that. So, but yeah, for a $2,500 account, I mean, let's even boost it up to 5,000. 5,000 bucks. You save that for a while, you throw it in. 5,000 bucks, 5%, that's 250 bucks. Like 250 bucks. So it's just, you know, and really, I mean, let's think about this. The lowest denomination that you could be trading is one micro. Say you're on NQ, one micro is $2 per dollar. You could catch $100, movement. That's $200 in one day already, and that's the lowest denomination that you could really go. So it's like, I mean, it's almost like you can't have too small of an account, or like you just have to be in the beginning what most people would consider to be a flipper, an account flipper. You're over risking, you're doing this and that. Brother, I'm using the lowest leverage. I'm using one micro. I'm sorry, my account is only 2,500 or $5,000 or whatever. And I might be risking 100 or $200. It's 10% of your account. It sounds like a lot, but you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You gotta be more picky with your trades in the beginning, and when they're literally looking perfect, then you go pretty heavy. And that's why I'm pretty excited to start trading on a personal account. Um, I've been working for a long time, and I also got paid to go to school. Um, Due to my family not being rich, of course, and scholarships as well. I was always a straight A student. I also did Bright Futures. If you're from Florida, you know what that is. But basically, it's just you could have certain grades, certain SAT score, and 100 volunteer hours, and they give you a scholarship for that and everything called Bright Futures. So I had the grants, I had the scholarships and everything like that. So it ended up being more than it actually cost to go to school. I got the refund checks from whatever the overages were essentially. And yeah, so the point that I'm getting at here is that like I'm doing pretty okay. You know what I'm saying? Especially like I'm not obviously nearly close to rich or anything like that. But in the 2021 bull run of crypto, I saw my first six figures and everything like that. And I have a little bit less than that now, I'll put it that way, but shit happens, of course. But I'm doing okay. So it the point I'm getting at is that it desensitizes me to money a little bit compared to maybe the average person who may be struggling a little bit more right now. And actually, it's not a good thing. It is a good thing in some senses because it allows me to make more in some scenarios, but it also is just like, dude, if you're up $1,000, you know, that's whatever, 60% of your rent or whatever the case it may be, for you personally. And that's in one day. You did that in an hour or 5 minutes, or trades are all different, but if you're a day trader, it's within the day you made that, and that's 60% of your rent in one day. It's like 30% of your expenses in one day if you have no kids and stuff like that. So like it just looks like numbers on a screen though when you're doing this. It doesn't feel real until it's in your bank account. That's why I always recommend when you're a beginner, like I kind of still am, I'm getting to that advanced stage, but um, I'm about a year and a half in. I got my first payout from a prop firm about 6 months in. Um, I'd say it was a combination of luck and skill. I was getting decent. I was learning and everything like that. Definitely some luck involved. Uh, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so I basically stopped trade. Like the payout period was either like 1 week or 2 weeks. I believe it was two. I literally stopped trading on it after a couple wins because I just wanted the payout, just to like, it boosts your confidence, it makes you feel good and everything like that. So I took a break trading on it when I was already up on a couple trades just to receive that payout. And I've done that a couple times. So, consider that. Definitely consider that. You want to lock in money, especially when you're doing the platform and stuff like that. It can be very frustrating and very, yeah, just, I don't know, very frustrating, long process, very tedious, and in a lot of ways, like heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Like you finally pass an account, you fail a few, you finally pass, but then you don't end up getting a payout because you blow your account before you end up getting the first payout and stuff. So you pass the challenge, you did all these things, it took a while. You traded the account, you tried to save it from drawdown, you ended up blowing it. Now you gotta pass another challenge. Like it sucks. So, yeah, definitely lock in money when you can. Goes for a personal account. Even if I mean, say you make a couple $100 and you're trying to grow the account, take yourself out a little $20, go get yourself some lunch just to see, just to feel it, just to feel what it's like to have it. Um, it's definitely a psychological thing for the most part because it could be really a pretty small amount of money, and it really helps. So of course, more chop on this trade. I thought we were finally gonna actually make a nice leg down, um, but yeah, they said no good trades today. Dude, maybe it's my fault. I haven't looked at the weekly calendar for news and shit. Like, so we could have some crazy news tomorrow, and we're just consolidating like all fucking day today. So that part is my fault. Obviously, it's Monday, so you expect like, something like these conditions, but this is like ridiculous here. This is like, oh my God, I'm watching paint dry twice. But, um, yeah, nice little speech for you guys. But, excuse me. Um, I'm probably just gonna end the video because this is literally coming up on 2 hours. That's fucking insane. Um, and with that being said, I'll probably just add to the video a trade recap of how this goes or something like that, and do it like that. So, yeah, guys, stay tuned for the conclusion. I blew the account. I blew it. I blew the fucking account, guys. It happens. So let me explain what went down. So first of all, sorry for forgetting about this video for a few days. Um, yeah, I've just been doing some shit, and I'll tell you more about that in the next videos. You'll see what I've been up to, but um, yeah, that account just wasn't for me. Long story short, the My Funded Forex Max max account, 2% max, 2% loss per day maximum. It just prevented me from getting those big wins that I really need, those high RRs and everything like that. I could definitely see it being very beneficial for someone who's like a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio type of trader with a very high win rate and only taking, 1-to-ones, risking the same amount as you're making. It would be very good for those type of people. But I tend to have like big winners and then sometimes go on the losing streak and then have big winners and stuff like that. That's just how it works. I'm trying to get better because sometimes the losing streaks mess with my psychology. So I'm trying to learn when to take the 1-to-1 trades and then when to take the, higher RR trades and stuff like that. For example, Monday, no red folder news. You don't need to be going for a 1-to-5 or a 1-to-10 or all this crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for that. So yeah, when you're a beginner, it's hard to be diverse in your trading style because everyone tells you, and they're right, that you should stick to one strategy and that you should try to, as much as possible, do the same thing every day and be consistent in your thinking and your actions. Um, but obviously you're going to notice patterns throughout your trading career. So Monday, no red folder news. The shit ain't going to move as much. It's as simple as that. So you take a lower RR trade. You're not expecting a large expansion or move or whatever the case may be. So you take a lower RR trade, and you can kind of customize per day based on what kind of red folder news there is. What kind of uh, just world events are going on, stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna look at my P&L and all the trades and everything very, very quickly. Just scroll through it. You can pause if you need to and go over it in your own time if you'd like. So we'll go to the bottom here. I had this account from September 6th all the way up to October 28th, one of my longer prop firm challenges in my year and a half of trading. Um, because it was the 2% gain, 2% loss per day maximum. I was in it for much longer. Again, not really my style. Some people, they really can't afford to blow any prop firm challenges, understandably. Economy sucks. It's fucking hard out here. Um, if you are someone who has a little bit more money to risk, you can kind of fly through prop firm challenges a little bit. If you can afford to fail a few, you're also going to get a faster payout if you can, fly through the challenges and everything like that. So it's everything depends on your style, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting in trading because people make fun of other people's strategies. People make fun of other people's thought processes and stuff like that when it comes to trading. But the fact of the matter is, if you tweak any strategy enough and make it your own and truly dig deep and find out what's wrong with you as far as over leveraging, over trading, being greedy, I can't wake up in the morning, this, that, and the other, then you will eventually become profitable. Now, do I think that certain strategies such as ICT may have a certain level of unbelievable accuracy compared to other strategies? Yeah, I do. I wouldn't necessarily, why would I be using it if I didn't think it had unbelievable accuracy compared to other strategies? But if you're drawing a support and resistance line and a trend line or some shit and you're profitable, then who am I to say some shit? Because I'm still struggling a bit and you could be way more profitable than me and you're using trend lines and shit. So I don't knock anybody's strategy, even though I think that, I've seen with my own eyes how accurate ICT strategy is if you implement it properly. You're not anybody to knock someone else's strategy if you ain't making no fucking money, bro. So don't do that. Don't be a hater. Don't be one of these people commenting on people's shit. Trendline support and resistance. Oh my god, bro, you're a fucking idiot. Show me your pockets, brother. Why are you calling this man an idiot? Why are you calling this woman an idiot for using trend lines and support and resistance? They showed their broker statements on the internet to everybody. Can you do that? You're broke as shit. So, let me not go into too much of a rant, but you get the point. Um, yeah, quick overview of this account. As you can see, win rate below 50%. I'm taking hella losses in a row. I'm not doing good down here. One good thing though is that the wins are larger than the losses on average. You can see that, $2,000 wins and everything like that. A lot of near break evens. A lot of losses here, 900, 700. This one was a big one. That was the full day's amount worth of loss. 900, 500, 300. When you see the wins here, 2,000, 2,000, 1,900, 1,000, 1,400. So the wins are larger than the losses, but I was just taking a lot of stupid trades, trying to basically just get the account done. When it's not an account that you can just get done. They have the 2% max gain or loss per day. So it was just, I was kind of messing with my head with that. Look at this one. I took a loss of 1,000, then I made the whole daily gain with the 3,000 there. So that puts me at the plus 2,000 plus 2% on the 100K account. That was a nice trade there. But yeah, you get the point. Win rate slightly below 50%, taking stupid trades. Risk to reward ratio looking good though. Actually looking good, but I could not, stop myself from taking dumb trades basically on this account. I knew it was going to take forever and I just wanted to get it done. So I was like itching to trade to get the shit done. When there's no profit cap, you just take one nice trade and you can be done. So yeah, I don't think I'd buy this account again, but for someone who takes a lot of one-to-ones, risk to reward ratio, and has a pretty high win rate, I think it would be very beneficial to check this account out. My funded Forex max account. But shit, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll do one more quick scroll. Feel free to look at the dates, look at the lot size, look at the time, look at everything. Pause, do your research, whatever you want to call it. um, yeah, a couple things we're going to go over in the next couple videos here. I'm going to do a beginner's video, and I'm also going to do a video tutorial on how to make your own indicator on TradingView, so that'll be cool. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck on your journey. Keep in mind the shit I said in the first half of this video in the little motivational speech section when I was in the trade. This shit's not easy. This is not easy, and anyone looking to do it, especially full time, be prepared for hell for a few years. But what's on the other side of that is just so amazing. And like even halfway through, once you really like, holy shit, like, I'm gonna fucking make it. You know, that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm gonna make it. Like I can finally see this shit like perfectly. Like it's like once you see it, you can't unsee it type shit. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, I think that's everything. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night, have a good evening, have a good afternoon, whatever the case may be, morning. I don't know where the fuck you're at or what time you're watching this, but thank you for watching.